In the past, there's been a lot of chatter about how Michigan hasn't matched the intensity in this game. Do you think that's been overblown?
I'm not going to talk about the past, but we'll be intense for this game. We'll bring the intensity.
Where do you think Donovan's made the biggest strides on punt returns?
Decisions, making the right decisions. When he's not catching the ball, getting the other guys out of the way from it. Poison-wise, natural. He's improved his catching ability, which is good. He wasn't as natural as you'd like him to be back there, but now he's become that. And I think he's taken command of the punt return unit. He's the only guy who has his eyes on the ball the entire play, so he's got to take command. He's been doing that.
Is that just a product of time and experience?
Yeah, I think so. Before last year, an older special teams coach told me, hey, I would never start a true freshman as a punt returner, but Donovan was the best guy we had, so we went with it, and he's just grown in that position, and he's pretty dynamic now. He's dangerous back there. I know he scares the opponents, so it's a good weapon to have, and he's continuing to work on it daily, which is great.
How well is Josh playing right now, man? Tell us.
He's playing at a high level. He's practicing at a high level. That's what I tell him. That's why he's playing at a high level. He is. He's just seeing the game really well. And seeing what's going to be, how we're going to be attacked really well back there. He's taking command. He's made more vocal, and he's finishing plays. And that's we got to keep that going. But we keep that going during the week in practice as well, and it's paid off in the games.
What has he gotten best at from the beginning of the season to this point?
From the beginning of the season to this point, I would say the practice habits. Just finishing every play in practice. And then he's just becoming smarter in terms of just understanding what our defense is trying to do and what the opponent's trying to do, and getting everyone else in the right positions. The Maryland game was really, really a great example with all their shifts and motions and unbalanced sets and tackle over sets. He took charge back there and was able to get the secondary and stuff lined up so we didn't miss any gaps and miss any coverages. It was a really good job by him.
Back to a year ago when he was maybe taking a little criticism here and there, how did you see him react to it, and how did you, coach him that, tune that out?
Yeah, of course. Whenever you're a young man and you're not a man yet, so whenever that kind of stuff happens, you have to guide them, right? You have to make sure that they handle it the right way. He handled it well. He took it on the chin and knew he had to improve on certain things. And the best thing he did is he came in and in the spring with an open mind and said, okay, what do I have to do? How do I do it? And he's worked to do that, to improve and take those criticisms but make them positives, in learning experiences. And then, he had a little bit of a rough start this year. He got thrown out of the Notre Dame game for targeting and made a couple mistakes in that second game. But then from there, he's learned from them and he's grown. He's gotten better and better and better. And, I'm proud of the way he's practicing and playing right now.
What do you tell players about how to handle criticism?
I think the main thing is they have to understand that it doesn't matter. Anyone's opinion does not matter out there besides the people in this building, and the people that are really coaching them and know. For instance, the media might blow coverage out of proportion when it wasn't the guy that they're being blamed for. So you have to teach them to silence the noise, and that's really in all aspects, whether it's criticism or they're gloating them or it's praise. You have to silence that to an extent, and just go to work every day with the people that you trust and the people that you're here with, and just understand that it's what the product that you put in this building. It's what we feel. Is the most important thing, is how you're playing and what you're doing. And then the other thing is when you're getting criticized by your coaches or even your teammates, you have to have an open mind and learn from it. You can't go in a tank. You can't get down. You got to react to it. If you do something bad, you have to do something right the next play. You have to learn from that mistake and never make it happen again. So I think those are all things that we talk about constantly.
How do you get Quinn back on the right track after Saturday?
Well, he was 3 for 5. He's the leading scorer in the Big Ten. He's kicking the ball at 79%, which is third all-time in Michigan percentage-wise. So getting him back on the right track, he's on the right track. The important thing is everyone wants to be 100%. We strive for perfection, obviously. The important thing is, did he make his field goals at the end of the game? Did he put us in a chance to win the game? So I think that, as he grows into a really, really, really good kicker, I think that we just need to make sure that if he does miss, if he does have a mistake, is he able to fix it? Does he know why he did it, what the reason was? Is his mental state ready to go back in the game and maybe hit a game winner or hit a 50-yarder or what it might be? So I don't think he's off track. I just think that, he missed a kick and he reacted and made a kick. And, he's doing his good job from his short distances. He's 8 for 8 right now, under 40. He's 3 for 6, above 40. So we have to figure out, is he pushing too hard? What's he doing wrong? What are the reasons that he might have missed those 3 kicks from over 40 yards? And hope that we can fix it and keep moving forward.
How's his mental ability to respond after missing a kick? How's that improved?
It's great. It's been phenomenal right now. We got to keep it there, but it's been really, really good. He's matured quite a bit from last year, and there's no. If he misses a kick, did we want to make it? Of course. But there's no, angst about putting him right back in there again. He's to the point where we feel like he can go in and be mentally ready to make the next kick.
How do you prepare your position group for a team that is going to show you things that they haven't shown you all year?
Well, you try to prepare them the best you can, right? You try to show them as much as you think fit in the other team's schemes, but you can't invent things. You don't want to chase ghosts, right? Because then, you're looking for things that aren't there, right? So, I think that you just prepare them the best you can. And show them what could happen, based on scheme-wise or based on what they've done in the past, and then just allow them to go play fast, and if something does happen, it's the speed that'll make up for it, run around, have your eyes in the right location, and go knock the ball down and things like that.
The other thing is with Michigan State, is there a heightened sense of awareness, special teams-wise, given their propensity to trick plays and things like that?
There's always a heightened sense of awareness, special teams wise. But yeah, they put it on the line and they do some things and taste risks more than other teams might. But yeah, so of course you have to be prepared. But it's the same thing. We're not going to chase ghosts. We're going to prepare them and get their eyes right, and hopefully we come up with a really good scheme and mix up calls and don't stay in one thing the whole time. But any team nowadays will fake in any situation. It seems like, so you always have to be ready for it.
Ambry and Tyreek Kinnell talked about how the intensity of practices really picked up for the secondary players after the Notre Dame game. Is that something you spearheaded or noticed yourself?
Yeah, I think, I like to show my guys some clips from that game every week, just to make sure they stay grounded and understand that if they don't prepare the right way and they don't play the right way, that anything could happen. So I just think, I would say that, coming off camp, it's like, well, camp is way different than in-season practice, right? So, it's hard to say. They were coming off camp, we played that game, and from there, the in-season practices have been really, really good. So, and we're really happy with the intensity and the way those guys are playing and playing with the chip on our shoulder. We just got to keep that up.
Chris, 2 road games, defense gave up a lot of points early.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a point of emphasis going into this game on Saturday?
Yeah, I think we always want to start fast. We always want to figure out why we gave up points and solve it. I don't think we look at, hey, the road games are the reason or anything. It's like, hey, this is the scheme they ran. This is the reason, that we got scored on, and we have to fix it. And obviously we want to come out and start fast in every game. So, I think that's just always a point of emphasis.
Good time for a couple more for Coach Partridge.
How's Tyree playing?
Good. I think he had his best game last week. Personal opinion, of course, but I think that he was physical. He was running around. He was making the calls. He was getting in the right spots. So really happy with his play last week. And again, this is going to be a great challenge for him. In this one, I think he needs to step up. Even further and keep stepping his game up, but I'm happy with both those guys. And again, it starts with practice habits, finishing plays in practice, seeing the schemes in practice, and communicating and doing it all the right way, throughout the week, and then it shows in the games.
Is Don Brown willing to give added attention to a guy like Felton Davis, do you think? And do you have to sometimes?
Great player, yeah. I think it's they have a lot of great players.
Yeah.
They got a bunch of good receivers, and the running backs are running hard, and the quarterback quarterback makes a lot of plays. So, it's hard because once you give attention to one guy, then it opens up other stuff. So I think Don is a real well-rounded, hey, let's take care of our business type of guy, more so than, hey, we got to just look over here and get tricked over there, So, we're going to stay in our defensive scheme and then just hope our players make the plays.